two very different open OCR models head-to-head on my 8 GB laptop, Surya-2 and GOT-OCR 2.0. They come at the same problem from opposite philosophies. Surya-2 returns typed, structured blocks. GOT-OCR is a pure OCR 2.0 engine focused on clean text. So which one do you actually want? I ran both on the same documents and measured speed, memory, and most importantly, the shape of what they give you back. Here's the document, a sample vendor invoice. I fed the exact same page to both models, so the comparison is direct. Let's look at each one's real code and its real output, one after the other, and see just how differently they hand the page back to you. Because that difference is the whole story. First, Surya-2, it's a served vision language model, so the code starts by pointing it at the llama.cpp backend through 3 environment variables. Then you create a recognition predictor, open the image, and call it in full page mode. What comes back is a list of blocks. And for each block you get a label, its HTML content, a bounding box, and a confidence score. That final loop is the whole point. Surya doesn't just read the page, it structures it. And here's Surya-2's real output. Look at the labels in brackets. Section header, text, and crucially, table. Surya tagged the invoice's line items as a table and kept the columns aligned. Description, quantity, unit price, amount. Every row intact, with the total 2,321.42 correct. This is a structured document you can feed straight into an extraction pipeline, with no guessing about where the table is. Now GOT-OCR 2.0, the opposite philosophy. It's a clean 580 million parameter model you load straight from Hugging Face as an image text-to-text model in BFloat 16. You pass the image through the processor and call generate. No backend to stand up, no structure flags, no post-processing. 5 lines. GOT has exactly one job. Read the page and return the text. And this is GOT's real output. Clean, readable, plain text. It read the company, the bill to, the line item descriptions, and the totals. But notice what's missing. No table structure, no type blocks, no column alignment. And on this dense invoice, GOT did something revealing. After the fields, it degenerated into a repetition loop, printing the same value over and over. Same characters as Surya, but a flat stream with no structure. And a failure mode the structure-aware model avoided. Let me set up the contenders. Surya-2 is a served vision language model that emits typed blocks. Headers, tables, paragraphs, each with a bounding box and a confidence score. GOT-OCR 2.0 is a compact 580 million parameter model with one job. Read the page and return the text cleanly with no structural markup. One hands you structure, the other hands you text. That single difference turns out to matter more than any accuracy number. On setup, they differ too. GOT-OCR is a straightforward transformers model, loaded as an image text-to-text model and call generate. Surya-2, as we saw, is a served model that runs through the llama.cpp backend and needs its environment wired up. So GOT is the simpler one to stand up, fewer moving parts, while Surya asks for a bit more plumbing in exchange for its richer output. On speed and memory, both are comfortable on 8 gigs. GOT-OCR is small and light. Surya-2 sits around 4.5 gigs and roughly 13 seconds a page warm. Neither is going to strain the card, and both are usable for real volumes. So the decision doesn't come down to resources. It comes down to what you need the output to be, which is where the twist lands. And here's the twist. On the same invoice, GOT-OCR returned clean, readable, plain text. The company, the bill to, every line item, the totals, all correct. But there's no table structure, no typed blocks, no column alignment. Surya-2 on the same page returned typed blocks. It labeled the header, tagged the table as a table, and marked the totals. Same accuracy on the characters, completely different shape of output. GOT gives you text. Surya gives you structure. Here's where Surya pays back its setup. The invoice table, Surya returned it as a table, rows intact, 12 of 12. GOT flattened it into a text stream, rows split apart, and lost 3 cell values, 9 of 12. So the decision is really about your downstream. If your next step is a human reading the text, or a simple search index, GOT-OCR's clean plain text is perfect and simpler to run. If your next step is a system that needs to know which cell is a total and which block is a header. An extraction pipeline, a validation step. Surya-2's typed blocks save you from reinventing that structure yourself. Neither is better in the abstract. They're built for different jobs. So the verdict, it's not Surya versus GOT on quality, it's structure versus text on purpose. On 8 gigs, both run comfortably. Reach for GOT-OCR when you want clean text with minimal setup. Reach for Surya-2 when you want typed, structured output, and you're willing to wire up the backend to get it. Match the tool to what happens next in your pipeline, and either one is a strong local choice. The full breakdown is in the description. I am Aditya. See you in the next one.